What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Hey guys, so I know I'm coming into the drama of this trailer pretty late. Ooh, shocker, Twiddles is hopping on the hype train too late. That's new and different. I don't normally do trailer reviews like this, but considering I've kinda made a career off of mocking Neil Druckmann's garbage games, I figured it would probably be worth my time reviewing the trailer for Intergalactic, the latest of what I'm sure will be Naughty Dog's next game of the year that no one actually enjoys. Now, outside of the blatant and ridiculous product placement that could put an Adam Sandler movie to shame, this protagonist is probably one of the worst that I have seen since, I don't know, the chick from Star Wars Outlaws. A game that I will never play. She almost makes Abby look attractive. On top of that, my first thought upon seeing Jordan, that's her name by the way, Jordan, is that she basically looks like a grown-up version of Lev from The Last of Us Part 2. Shaved head and all. Both characters from the strange and twisted mind of Neil Druckmann. He definitely has a type. It's kinda like David Cage and his obsession with short-haired women walking around in their underwear, which kinda starts to get creepy after a while, David. Maybe we can mix it up a bit, give some of these women a bob at least? Now, I've mentioned this briefly before in other videos I've made, but I am really sick of having to play as ugly characters in video games, especially when they're women. I am a woman, and believe it or not, I don't want to be playing as She-Hulk all the time. Video games are an art form, and no one wants to be playing ugly art. But unfortunately, that is all we get from AAA games now. Call me crazy, but I have absolutely no problem looking at attractive people in media, even if they have unrealistic or unattainable body images, and that goes for both sexes. It neither offends me nor makes me self-conscious about my body. Why? Because I can tell the difference between fiction and non-fiction, and so can most people actually. And yet it's somehow sexist to have beautiful women in video games. Even if their face model is a very pretty woman, these devs actively make them look worse. Not the men though. Oh no, they get to stay as is.
What is the most infuriating case of double standards you've come across?
This is kind of a weird segue, but when I was a kid, I was really into the game Hyrule Warriors, the original one. Yeah, that's right, I'm old. And even though that game had some interesting designs for their female characters, T for teen, yeah, okay Nintendo, I still really enjoyed the game for one reason and one reason only. It was fun. Nothing else mattered to me because I just like playing the game. But, you know, definitely keep your kids away from that game till they're older, because that is not appropriate for children. Nintendo, what were you thinking?
You're a whore. You're a whore, just admit it.
The point I'm trying to make is that I was not personally offended by this, and generally it really doesn't bother me. I'm not blind, people. I know it's mainly men who play video games. Besides, it's not like they don't make sexy dudes too. Come on, ladies, you know I'm right. But even as a kid, I did think that this was a pretty bad character design to put in a franchise that was primarily occupied by children. Look, I'm not saying that women in games have to be ultra sexy strippers with 40k jiggle physics or something, but maybe we don't give every woman a man jaw, horrible haircut, and no boobs, you know? Just saying, guys. Maybe we can have some body diversity in here. It's starting to look like a sausage fest right now. I think game devs believe that they're appealing to a wider range of women by doing this, but believe it or not, the majority of women out there are actually very pretty. Even the chick in this game isn't that bad looking. Maybe at the very least we could just, I don't know, give her some hair?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
So are you saying that you think that most women are brutish and unappealing, Neil? Is that what you think? Because that's pretty mean. Ladies, don't listen to what this man thinks. You are beautiful with or without the ability to deadlift 350 pounds.
Pushed 185 pounds yesterday.
What does he know anyway? He's a man bun. And you know, it's not just her appearance that's upsetting players, it's also her demeanor. I am of the understanding that you are only as attractive as your personality. And right off the bat, all this chick gives off is a snarky, self-obsessed, bumptious attitude that is really getting old.
Put a ticket in and make her name again!
I know the game devs think that making female characters an obnoxious whore is strong and empowering, but it's really not. I wouldn't like this behavior from a man or a woman, because it's not entertaining, it just makes me want to root for their enemy. Actually, the antagonist is usually a lot more likable to begin with. I don't know who this lady's going to fight, but I already know I'm rooting for the other guy. A perfect example of this is Abby from The Last of Us Part 2, Neil's previous disaster. I didn't care for Abby at all, but I was okay with Mel, the woman that Abby screwed over. Literally. It's not even like Mel was my favorite character. I hated her too. But out of everyone in Abby's crew, I definitely preferred her the most because I actually felt bad for her. Why? Because Abby ruined her life. Obviously, I'm Team Ellie. I don't think that has ever been a secret on this channel. So I guess the question is, will I play this game? Honestly, it's kind of hard to say. Personally, I really don't think I'm going to enjoy this game, and I was already fooled once by Naughty Dog with The Last of Us Part 2. I feel like the only reason I would play this game is just to mock it. Pretty much the exact same reason most YouTubers will get it. Who doesn't want to watch random streamers strangers on the internet suffer from lame, cringy video games. But I am certainly not looking forward to this game. They really should have just made The Last of Us multiplayer like they promised. It probably would have done really well since it would have been mostly gameplay instead of just endlessly depressing hour-long cutscenes. Gameplay is where Naughty Dog thrives, and frankly is what they should stick to, because I am not here to watch a movie, Neil! The worst part is that I actually really liked Naughty Dog's old games. I enjoyed Uncharted a lot, and I had a lot of fun with the first Last of Us. It's just kind of a shame to see them taking their company like this, but hey, I'm not surprised. Every other company's doing it. I'm just here to enjoy the firestorm. At the very least, it'll be fun to laugh at.